Come one, come all. Feast your eyes upon the most marvelous martial magnificence that the Underdark has to offer. I, Baeloth the Entertainer, cordially invite you to join the audience of my latest spectacle, the Black Pits!
Hello and welcome to Let's Play Baldur's Gate, The Black Pits, with me, Bring It On. The Black Pits is a mostly standalone expansion to Baldur's Gate. It has very few ties with the base campaign outside of a few references. And if you have the Enhanced Edition, of course, Baeloth the Entertainer, the host of the Black Pits, becomes a companion that's available. It's actually a continuation of his story, because the Black Pits chronologically takes place before the events of Baldur's Gate. So before the Ballspawn saga begins. Black Pits. So, we're going to jump in. I am going to import my Paladin from the campaign. So new game, delete all these fools. And I do have a party in mind that I want to try for the Black Pits. It's mostly an arena fighter. There's a very, very small plot that kind of transpires as you progress through the fights. Just going to grab my Paladin. The Black Pits is also designed for a party of level 1 characters. So me bringing my Paladin is going to be... It's going to make it basically trivial. We shouldn't struggle at all throughout the entire Black Pits. Why am I changing anything? Cancel that. Happy with what I have. Alright, and accept. So I'm going to go for a highly melee-focused party. Because in the Black Pits, after every fight, you can heal up and rest and everything, so you don't need to worry about sustain in the fights. You need to worry about damage. I've never actually managed to beat the Black Pits, because again, back in the day, I didn't own the game. I had to go to a friend's house to play it. But I did spend a lot of time making parties in the Black Pits. That was one of my favorite things to do. But I never successfully beat it. There's an orc portrait that I want to use, or half-orc portrait. Oh, there it is. So half-orc, I'm going to make him a fighter. Yeah, it's a regular fighter. He'll be... I don't know. Neutral evil. Why not? Actually, 80's not too bad. We don't need charisma or wisdom or intelligence. We need strength. Actually, I wouldn't mind having a little... There we go. Yeah. One roll away from a much better roll. Fantastic. There we go. Really good stats for a fighter, especially in the Black Pits. You know what? Now let's do two-handed sword. For him, I am going to make a dual-wield class for this, though. Again, this isn't super important. I'm not going to bother changing that.
Get over here!
Yeah, sure. Brute. And then, yeah, Don. He's based off my Pathfinder character I'm currently playing with. And yes, all the characters will be some play. Their names will be a play on Don in some capacity. Alright, so next up, I'm going to make one of my favorite classes in Baldur's Gate. Yeah, this will do. And that is... a Dwarven Defender. Super defensive class. May use defensive stance once per day, gains 1 use at level 1 and then 1 use at level 4, and additional use every 4 levels thereafter. So the defensive stance, for 1 turn, the Dwarven Defender gains 50% resistance to all forms of physical damage, a +2 bonus to saving throws, and a 50% movement rate penalty. Gains 5% resistance to crushing, slashing, piercing, and missile damage every 5 levels, to a maximum of 20% at level 20. Yeah, very good class. He'll be lawful neutral. That's how I envision most dwarves being aligned. Oh, we can do a little better. Well. Oh, I should have stopped it. Oh, nope. This is better. Don't need any of that stuff. Sure. Alright, and he is going to use a, well, not a sword and shield, but he will use sword and shield style, and he will use Warhammer, wherever it's at. Did I go past it? There it is. Okay, there we go. Appearance, he has to have black hair, because that's what his portrait has. Other than that...
Death to you all! Your life? Time for a bit of the roof and...
Sure, Streetwise will do, and then, Donather. There we go. It's a Dwarven sounding name, right? Alright, so, to supplement this party, I do want to bring a Skald. I think that'd be a good Skald, but I'm going with a half-elf, and they can't grow facial hair, typically. So, I don't actually have a portrait mapped out for the Skald. You know what? Screw it. We'll go with this one. So half-elf. Bard. Boop, boop. Skald. So a Skald, the reason why I'm taking a Skald with this melee-oriented party. It's Skald Song, or it's Bard Song. So here it says it is different from the typical bards and varies with level. First level grants allies a +2 bonus to hit and damage rolls and a +2 bonus to armor class. Really good. And then 15th level, it's a +4/+4 and immunity to fear. 20th level, +4/+4, immunity to fear, stun, and confusion. So it supplements a melee party very well. Chaotic neutral, sure. Abilities. Don't care for wisdom, want more intelligence, and dexterity. That'll do. Alright, skills. Let's do crossbow. Sure, nothing else really matters. Can't really see the character that well. Sure.
Your life and death to you all!
Let's give them a right thrashing.
Yeah, sure, you can be scholarly. Oh, I didn't think about his name. Don... Donathane? Sure. That works. Alright. And accept. Alright, then we want a cleric. Sure. Is there going to be an elf? And was it... I know Lathander gets a really powerful... Yeah, Boon of Lathander is really powerful. But I think there's a reason I like Tyr. +1 bonus to hit and damage rolls every 3 levels of the caster. Yeah, I'll bring in Lathander. Why not? Yeah, I'll go neutral good. Alright, so here we really just want wisdom and... Oh, I mean, don't need to store that one. Definitely don't need your strength that high. There we go, something like that. He has enough strength where he should be able to wear almost anything. I think 15 strength is the maximum you would need for like plate mail and all that stuff. But for the most part, he's going to be sitting in the back anyway, with a sling and a sword and shield style. Bless. And let's see. Good last one to have. That's Armor of Faith. I don't know what color hair this portrait has. I'm not too worried about it. See, a Priest of Lathander. I could see him wearing like browns and blacks. Don't want to spend too long on the character creation, but I always end up spending more time than I would like. This is one of my favorite parts of the game. I think most people would agree with that. Sure. And then, Don Fariel. Alright, then I was going to make a... Yeah, this'll do. There's really no benefit to picking human here, but because I'm not going to multi-class him. Now, do I want to do a ranger or do I want to do another fighter? I think I might do another fighter. I would do Berserker. Why not? And, yeah, Chaotic Neutral. Let's break 80 with the points. There we go. Don't need Charisma, don't need Wisdom, don't need Intelligence. Actually, you know what? A half-orc would be better here. Let's go back and change his class. Or, sorry, his race. So I want that 19 to strength if I can get it. There's only one other half-orc portrait that I have, so we're going to go with Doran here. Yeah, because orcs get the bonus to strength and constitution, which is really good for, again, the Black Pits, which is a strictly combat-oriented campaign. Alignment, again, I don't remember what he was. Chaotic Neutral. Abilities. Alright, looks like we're going with 81. Don't need that, don't need that. Yeah, really don't need Charisma. Let's just pump that up. There we go. Alright, works for me. He's going to 2-weapon style and flails. Most people recommend flails, and that's typically... It's really good. Mostly for the second game, going into Baldur's Gate 2, because some enemies are completely immune to slashing, so having blunt weapons like that is a safe bet. Honestly, I like that. I like the red and the gold. Looking pretty snazzy.
You got this coming!
Alright, sure. And then, Dongar? Yeah, okay. Works for me. Oops, did I not? Alright, let's jump into the Black Pits. Core rules, that's what I played the campaign on, so...
What? Where are we?
Who spiked me drink? I was just in the tavern talking to Myrna. Hey, I saw those folks there too.
We're in some kind of fighting pit! Look out! Monsters!
you need me? Charge! Get over here!
No.
You have qualified.
Sweet. I like qualifying for stuff.
What's next? Ah, this crew. Are they awake yet? Oh, rouse yourselves, you lice-laden layabouts. Stand and salute your new master, Baeloth the Entertainer. You may also thank me, since your meaningless lives are about to become infinitely more exciting, and quite likely, abbreviated.
Oh yeah, since I am playing through like all the Baldur's Gate games with the same character, we can just pretend that this, instead of time travel shenanigans, then that's why my character's here, because time travel shenanigans usually aren't implemented well into storytelling. We'll just say that this is a fever dream that my character was having towards the end of Siege of Dragonspear, when he when he was in prison and sleeping. There we go, a fever dream. Got it all figured out.
You have been brought here by an unlucky roll of the die. Well, unlucky for you. Gather some equipment, gird your loins, and prepare to fight. Nashim, my obedient slave, take care of them. And don't forget to give them a little spending money.
As my master commands, take these coins, speak with the dealers gathered here to equip yourselves. Once you are prepared, report to Master Baeloth. Do not attempt to escape, lest he command me to snuff out your life.
Very well. Actually, where are we? What's going on? I demand an explanation.
You have been summoned to this island fortress by Baeloth. We are in a complex known as the Black Pits, dug by Durgar slaves. You are to fight in the battle pits for the amusement of Baeloth's guests. I have answered your questions. Now, prepare for battle.
Yeah, wait. Baeloth said you were his slave. Together we could rise up against him.
I am bound by an undying Geas. Otherwise, I would have slaughtered Baeloth long ago.
I can hear you!
Prepare yourself for battle, mortal. When you are ready to face your fate, speak with Baeloth.
I don't like it, but I too feel the effects of this undying Geas. One day. Also, this guy right here, if I'm not mistaken, is in the Siege of Dragonspear campaign. No.
Day is coming soon, and then Baeloth shall pay. What's this? More useless captives for the Black Pits? Have you come to buy my scrolls?
I couldn't help but overhear you you're mumbling to yourself.
I do not mumble. I plot, I scheme, and I bide my time.
For what?
For revenge, of course. Baeloth's geese cannot last forever, no matter what he says. The moment I am free to do as I will, he shall pay for my subjugation.
Do you really think you can take him on by yourself?
I do not care about the others. I shall be the one who wrings the last drops of life out of that wizard's neck, and woe unto those who try to steal my revenge away.
You certainly seem committed. Maybe you should be committed. Either way, let's change the subject to scrolls. Alright, so really the only scroll I'm going to care about here is... Alright, I don't see it. That could be a problem. Now, we can't afford it, but we don't need it right now because we can't learn it.
Yes. What could I do
But
to
haste
help?
is the only spell I really care about.
I'm here to help.
Greetings, surface dwellers. If it's potions you seek, then my friend can brew something special just for you. You may call me Baeloth.
Yeah, sorry, this is the guy that was in the Siege of Dragonspear campaign. Him and his Myconid friend. Your friend is a giant talking mushroom?
He is not a mere mushroom, but a sentient being known as a Myconid. I'm not surprised you haven't encountered one before. most live in the lower reaches of the Underdark. That's where I met this charming fella. An unfortunate wrong turn led me into a deadly field of fungus. I would have died had the concoctor not arrived in time to save me with one of his marvelous elixirs.
His name is the Concoctor?
No, his name is a brief sequence of spores that most people can barely detect, much less interpret. But we've wandered the Underdark together so long that I can now translate his spore talk for others. His full name is closer to Keen-Scenting Concoctor of Marvelous Drafts. And even that's not his real name, which even I can't fully understand.
How did you end up here?
After my friend rescued me, we wandered the Underdark for a while, searching for rare ingredients for his potions and valuable gems for me. Unfortunately, before we found much of either, Baeloth found us. The drow would have slain us both, but when he learned of the concoctor's talent for potions, he brought us here to support his entertainment.
Why haven't you and all of the... I'm sorry. Why haven't you and the other captors fought back?
Oh, we tried all right, as soon as he turned his back. But Baeloth has put some sort of charm on us that makes us obey. You've probably felt its effects yourself.
How can we break that enchantment?
We can't. Not as far as I can tell. Only Baeloth's will, or maybe his death, can release us. Unfortunately, the same enchantment that keeps us from disobeying him also keeps us from fighting back. As if that would do any good with that powerful djinn by his side. In the meantime, can I help you find a potion? They're all still warm.
What do you have for sale? I don't need any potions right now.
You need me?
Yes, more mortals to twist in agony upon the battlefield. Were I not enjoying the sight so much, I would be tempted to step into the arena and eviscerate you myself.
The menagerie called something about an escaped tiger. You would happen to have seen...
Do not test my patience with your primitive attempts at humor. I am of the Rakshasa, a people ancient before yours learned to scratch out a spark on flints. Do not forget that I am Baeloth's guest, while you are his slave.
Oh, that's an interesting detail. The Rakshasa are not something you want to mess with. They are very powerful creatures. Elvesbane. Oh. The Brawling Hands. Ooh, dexterity 18. Deals protected, that's for missile weapons, yeah. Okay.
Huh? At once.
I take it from the quivering in your jaw that you have need of me. What were you saying earlier?
Yes.
Oh.
More mortals to twist in agony.
You don't seem like...
the battlefield.
You don't seem to belong here. I'm gonna interrupt him.
Who are you to judge where I belong? Baeloth is one of my most valued customers. When he invited me here, I welcomed the opportunity to display my finely crafted magical garments to hundreds of spectators from across the realms.
So you aren't under Aegeus. You can leave anytime you want to.
Baeloth would never cast such a spell on an honored guest. And why would I wish to leave? Baeloth is known for his especially horrific tableaus. His name is whispered in reverent tones by all who relish blood sport. Now, shall I begin fitting you for a burial shroud?
No, I'm done here.
Yes.
Alright, let's talk to the Mind Flayer over here. Zithis, let's see. You're an illithid, right? Not very talkative, I see. I see, I need rings, wands, and amulets. What do you have for sale? Form stability. Oh, save versus polymorph. Okay.
What could I'm here to help.
See, I'll talk to the weapons guy last because that's where we're gonna start. See, this should be ranged weapons. Oh no, it's armor.
What do... Oh, more of your sort. All right, I'll get you whatever you need. My name is Devlin Terralom. I deal mainly in ranged weaponry. What can I get you?
How did you come to be here, Elf?
I'd better not waste time talking to you. Baeloth will hurt me more. I am a slave to his will. Please don't bring me to his attention.
You're a jittery fellow. What has Baeloth done to you?
Forget I said anything. Please, just buy something before he comes over. I don't wish to annoy him further.
Alright, I need ranged weaponry and ammunition. What do you have for sale? Actually, what all do we have equipped? I have a club. Alright, good. He has the sling that he needs anyway. Let's go ahead and level everybody up real quick. Ooh, 3 whole hit points. So I forgot what he's supposed to be using. Crossbow.
You need me? At once.
Then you need a sling. Actually, you already have a sling, you just need some bullets. There we go. Oh, cool, I actually started with bullets. I did not know that.
Huh? I'm here to help.
You fools have no idea what you're in for. You'd best arm yourselves as heavily as possible. I can help with that, if you've enough coin.
Why do you look so grim?
I find little cause for amusement since that drow unleashed his monsters on us, which never would have worked if we had even one worthy man among us.
Yeah, why lay all the blame at the feet of the men? I thought Duergar women were fierce warriors too.
Do not mistake me for a mere warrior, outsider. I am a cleric of Largar, the Grey Protector.
And that's better than a warrior how?
How dare. But, in your own insufferable manner, you make a good point. Largar must have turned away from us. We must prove ourselves worthy before he lends us his protection again. If I were not so starved for conversation, I would pay you in kind for your insolence. Too bad there isn't a man here to stand up for me. I'm waiting. Ugh, it's no use. Now, do you intend to buy something, or just continue to annoy me?
Show me what you have for sale. Alright. Gonna grab a couple of two-handed swords. And a warhammer. Get some general equipment going. Let's see, I need a two-handed sword. You need a two-handed sword. I think my mouse sensitivity is like off the walls here. Now it's okay. Don't like that one bit.
Spit it out. Yes, I'm here to help.
Alright, let's go ahead and sell the stuff I don't need. Oh, she's not gonna buy it.
What can I do? I'm here to help.
What do you interlopers want? If it isn't a light weapon, then off with you.
Come on now, we're both in the same predicament. What's the harm in being friendly?
Friendly? These usurpers walking intruders? Ha! If Baeloth hadn't taken over, my people and I would already have driven you out. Or to your grave, more likely.
I doubt it. Baeloth may have captured me, but he enslaved you first.
I'm no more a slave than you are. Maybe a little less.
How did Baeloth manage to bind all of you?
Through trickery and foul magic, of course. You did notice he's a drow, didn't you?
You said you're less a slave than I am. What did you mean by that?
I meant only that... never mind what I meant. You are as much an intruder as Baeloth. This territory belongs to my people, the Duergar.
Alright, well forget I said anything. What do you have for sale? Nothing that I want. Did she have flails? I didn't catch it. She does have flails. Perfect.
You need me? Huh? I'm here to help.
More placings for Baeloth? They dragged off the bodies of the last one just yesterday. I suppose you've wisely decided that being light on your feet is the only way to prolong your life?
How many people has Baeloth summoned here?
Dozens, perhaps hundreds by now. I try not to become involved, since most don't survive long in the Black Pits. And I have no love for your kind. Now, can I sell you some light armor?
Yeah, show me what you have for sale. Or at least some helmets. Buckler. For the cleric. And then I think I need one more helmet.
Yes.
You are Baeloth's latest troops, aren't you? Yeah. Well, I hope you can at least spit in his eye before you die. That last group, you should have bought more of my heavy armor.
Has Baeloth abducted you too?
Abducted? This here is my home. Or at least it was. Until that confounded wizard slaughtered my clan after forcing us to dig out this blasted complex.
This sounds like something that isn't my problem. You must want revenge.
Ladogar will punish Baeloth in due time. Until then, his cruel spells prevent us from rebelling. Some days I wish he'd vaporize me along with the others. At least I wouldn't have to suffer this humiliation.
Well, let's have a look at this.
What do you want?
Oh, yeah. Heavy armor. Let's see. Large shield. Got a couple plate mails. One for me, one for you.
What can I do? I'm here to help.
Alright, now what's our order here? How are we standing? Alright. How have I... let's see. Wander around. I don't think there's anything you can find here, but I don't remember that well. Again, it's been so long since I've played the Black Pits compared to the Baldur's Gate campaign. Oh yeah, this guy.
I see that Baeloth has found another promising candidate to fight in the arena.
Who are you?
I am called Gluralk. Your people know mine by such unimaginative terms as beholders or eye tyrants. You may as well think of me as death, for I have as many ways of inflicting destruction as I have eyes on my head.
Are you gonna fight in the arena?
I have been Baeloth's prisoner for many years. In that time, I have witnessed so many of his entertainments that the monotony begins to threaten my sanity. One day, he says, when he has found a champion able to best all of his other discoveries, he will release me to put an end to the spectacle.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
How should I know? I am a beholder, not a mind flayer. Still, if you think you are strong enough to become the champion of the Black Pits...
I have a great idea. Tell me about these other fights, and I'll use that knowledge to win. Eventually Baeloth will release you, and... wait a second. I think this plan needs more work.
Interesting. I am familiar with the sort of foe Baeloth is likely to pit against you. I could offer you counsel from time to time. Sometimes the key to victory is not obvious to those who have not previously witnessed the opponents in action.
What can I expect to face in the next battle?
Baeloth always tests new combatants with a fairly straightforward battle. Bolster your defenses with magic, and you will have an advantage.
Yeah, the first few fights are pretty straightforward. Now,
You need me?
the biggest downside is I don't... Actually, I probably should have brought an Inquisitor instead of a Ranger. For Dispel Magic. That's going to be a problem. My my cleric can learn Dispel Magic, so it's not that big of a deal. Alright, well I'm going to call it here. I know we didn't get any fighting done. Well, we did. We killed those 3 enemies at the beginning. But we'll pick up in the Black Pits in the next episode. We introduce ourselves to everyone here. We didn't talk to the concoctor. I don't think that we can we? Yeah. Anyway.
Yes, at once.
This is off. Let's swap them. There we go. Alright, in the next episode, we'll actually start the arena. We're going to blow through it very quickly, especially with my paladin in the party. He's going to put in a lot of work. I might actually have him hold back every now and then. And then before the start of each fight, I will try to remember to come and talk to the Beholder before we do the next fight, just for the dialogue. I don't think anyone else's dialogue. I think it might change every tier we move up in the fights. I think it's, what, 3 fights per tier or 5 fights per tier? I think there's only like 15 fights. It's not, again, it's not a very long expansion. But I still never managed to beat it when I was younger. Anyway, I'm going to call it here. Next episode, that's what we'll do. We'll obviously progress in the Black Pits. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next episode.